The Sephora sale 2024 for the spring is upon us, and you all know I got some recommendations. We're gonna keep it short and sweet because I have about 7 for you. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Lisa and Maria here. Yes, it is time for the Sephora Savings Event. I have held on to my flyer for it that they gave me like a month ago. Let's get into the details of this sale. The Sephora sale starts on April 5th and it runs through April 15th. Of course, based on your tier that you are in, that determines when the sale starts for you. So with the tiers, you also get different start dates, and you also get different percentages off for your sale amount. So for Rouge, which is the highest tier, you get 20% off, and the sale starts on April 5th for you, the first day of the sale, and runs all the way until the end, which is April 15th. Now for my VIB tier, which is the next tier right up under Rouge, your sale date starts on April 9th, and your sale percentage off is 15%. For the insiders, which is the tier under VIB, you get 10% off, and your sale dates are from April 9th through the 15th. So that is how this works. And the good thing is, for everybody throughout the sale, the Sephora collection is 30% off, and it runs the entirety of the sale, which again is April 5th through the 15th. I will put all this information in the description box below, so you don't have to worry about that. But as always, let's get into lipstick of the day today, everyone. I'm wearing a nude type of color, a peachy nude at that, and this is an OG color. This is a MAC Yash. As you can see, it's already down to a nub, so definitely let me know what you think. And as always, the details on the face will be in the description box below, so you don't have to ask questions. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and this can actually be included as a part of this list, to be fair, as an honorable mention. But Guerlain's Mon Guerlain is the fragrance of the day because Sephora does have it on the website, and I see often that they have their smallest size, the 1-ounce size, on sale pretty regularly. So hey, we love the savings. This fragrance is a gem. I've already done the full dedicated review to it already up on the channel. Definitely check that out. But just know that going on, what's this, 2 years later, this is still a love, not a like, a love for me. So again, fragrance of the day is Mon Guerlain from Guerlain, of course. And now let's get into the 7 fragrances worth checking out at the Sephora sale this year. So the first fragrance I want to talk about is one I've been talking about a lot lately. I've already done this dedicated review too, and this is the latest creation from Dior. This is really good, so I'm gonna keep talking about it because I am enjoying it. And this is the new Dior Miss Dior Parfum for a 2024 fragrance. This fragrance has the fruits, it has the patchouli and the moss. That's what makes this work. So if you are a peach and a strawberry lover, this is for you. The longevity I cannot complain about. It lasts all day. This was a win. Dior needed this. This was an excellent release, and I highly recommend it for the sale because, hey, why not get a new release at a discount? Dior's Miss Dior Parfum 2024 starts the list off. Now, this next fragrance, I fell in love with this scent. I told y'all about it last year, and I'm still enjoying this one. This is from the house of Marc Jacobs, and this is Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense. On my recent trip to my local Sephora, they still have this on counter, which makes me happy because this scent is a gem of a scent. This is beautiful. I've already done the dedicated review on this fragrance, so it's already up on the channel if you want to know more about it. But I will refresh the notes since it's been a minute. So this one has strawberry as the top note, pear. There's also some honey in the middle, some jasmine, and then in the base there's vanilla, there's musk, and there's benzoin. This is beautiful. It's like airy sweet. So if you like strawberry, particularly strawberry and honey with a little bit of airiness about it, you would really enjoy this scent. And I found this one to be an easy reach, especially in late spring going into summer last year. This one I highly recommend checking out. It's been out for a few years now, but there's a reason why it's still on counter, and I think it's worth at least smelling at the Sephora sale this year. So Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense. The next fragrance I want to talk about, this is from Prada, and this is a flanker to the highly successful Prada Paradox fragrance. Now, you all know I didn't care for the original. However, if you know, then you know, I was totally here for the intense version. Prada Paradox Intense, I highly recommend for the sale. And since it's been out for a minute now, I see they even have gift sets for it and things now. So if you're a person that likes gift sets, you can definitely check that out too. But the fragrance is what we're talking about here. I've already done the full dedicated review as well, so it's already up on the channel for this fragrance. And spoiler alert, it got a glowing review. This one has way more personality and character than the original to me. It has notes of pear in here, there's neroli. And then that mid, y'all, there's moss in here, there's jasmine, and in that base it has bourbon vanilla and amber in their base. This one goes the distance. The first one was more so daytime cutesy, and it smelled a little more generic, but the intense version has more depth. It's richer, it's a little bit thicker, a little more dense, but it's still not over the top to me. So if you haven't already checked this one out, because it has been out for a few months at this point, I highly recommend this version right here, the Prada Paradox Intense version for the sale. Next fragrance, this is one that it came out around the holidays, so aka fall, winter time. But this one I told y'all in its review, this would do better in the spring and summertime. And here we are. This is the time to pick this scent up. This is from the house of Elie, and this is Elie's Eden Sparkling Lychee. I mean, look how pretty the bottle is. This looks like a spring good time. That is exactly what it is. It's fruity, it's juicy, it's sparkling. This is something you would spray and throw it on with a sundress and some sandals and go about your day. So it has key notes of blackcurrant, sparkling lychee, rose. We have candied violet, sugared amber, and sandalwood. This is a fruit cocktail is what it is. It's a good time. And if I'm not sure if I stated this, but the dedicated review is already up on the channel, so you can definitely check that out if you want to get more into longevity, wear time, and those type of things. I talk about it in the dedicated reviews. But for the sake of this sale, if you haven't already checked this one out, if you smelled it during the holidays and was like, I'm not gonna wear that right now, I challenge you to revisit the Sparkling Lychee now that it is April. I think you might have a different opinion about it now that we're actually in the season for it. So again, that is Elie's Eden Sparkling Lychee. Now the next thing I want to recommend for the sale is not exactly one particular fragrance. It's actually a gift set. And as you all know, I do a lot of sampling series videos here on the channel because I personally like to sample fragrances in my own time, take my time with them, and then decide if I want to get a full bottle or not. So of course, when I saw that this discovery set was on here, I said, this would be good for the sales, particularly since y'all asked me about this house a lot. And this is from Killian. They have a mini bestsellers perfume discovery set on their website, and I can't recommend that enough because I personally started with samples from Killian before I got my full-size bottles of Killian. So this is why I highly recommend this. And they have a few fragrances in here, and in particular, I'm gonna highlight 3 of them that are listed as in this set because these are bestsellers and they're personally in my collection that I thought were full bottle worthy. So one of the fragrances I do want to recommend that's in this set is Killian Princess. This is the full-size bottle. This is like marshmallow and tea. It's like sweet, but powdery sweet. It's not doing too much. It works. I think there's also some ginger in here. I've already done a full dedicated review on this scent, so I highly recommend checking out that if you've been interested in knowing more about Princess, but more importantly, checking out a discovery set of it, meaning so you can check it out in your own time and pace. So Killian Princess is in this set. Another one of my absolute favorites is also in this set, and this was my first ever purchase from Killian, so that's how you know the love was there. And this is Killian's Good Girl Gone Bad that is also in this discovery set. This is for my Osmanthus lovers. This is beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. Full dedicated review is already up on this one as well, so definitely check it out. But Good Girl Gone Bad, this is what started my love and obsession with the house of Killian, so that's why I cannot recommend this scent enough. This is a pretty girl in a bottle. It's so gorgeous and one of my personal favorites for the summertime. So Killian's Good Girl Gone Bad is in this set. And then finally, as you want something with a little bit more maybe something that'll take you into cooler weather, this one is a bestseller for a reason, and it is in this set. And this is Killian's Angel Share. You definitely have seen this bottle. If you haven't even smelled it, but you've seen the bottle. If you have spent any amount of time in fragrance community here on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, you have seen this bottle. But yes, Angel Share is in this set. This set is perfectly unisex. Although I kind of like a little bit more on the ladies because it is slightly sweet and we just carry sugary scents better, but it's cinnamon, it's cognac in here. This is just grown folks, it's very boozy. So I highly recommend Killian's Angel Share because this one is a bestseller for a reason, and most importantly, it's in this set so you can test it and really see, do you like the boozy nature of it and the cinnamon in it? Because this one does leave a trail, so it's solid. And that again is the Killian Mini Bestsellers Perfume Discovery Set. Now this next fragrance I feel like has kind of been forgotten, been pushed to the back, but I think we need to bring her back to the front because she's actually one of the best brands you can pick up at Sephora in my opinion for its fragrance, and it's from Valentino. No, it is not Donna Born in Roma, but it's particularly the Donna Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. I was searching through my collection when I was preparing for this video, and I was like, wait a minute, she is the one we need to be talking about right now. She came out in 2022, but she's still available, and of course they've come out with other scents and whatnot since then. But we gotta talk more about her, especially as we headed into warm weather season, because y'all, there's notes of kiwi in here, there's some jasmine, there's some rose, there's some white musk and Texas cedar, but it's the fruitiness in here. It definitely smells like a tropical vacation to me, especially now that my bottle has sat up for a little bit because I've had it since 2022. This is so gorgeous for warm weather. This screams sit out on a patio to me. And I think it'll be amazing for this time of year. And I just want to bring some more shine to it because this one, in my opinion, gets overlooked. We don't talk about Coral Fantasy enough. She's still available at Sephora, so I highly recommend checking out Donna and Roma Coral Fantasy. Oh, I forgot to, by the way, I already have a full dedicated review up on the channel if you want to know more about it. So definitely check out the dedicated review. And the last fragrance I want to talk about in, well, particular, maybe a house in this case, is Commodity, and in particular Commodity Milk Bold. If you all remember, I did a whole sampling series video where I did their exploration kit and I went through it and whatnot. They actually have that at Sephora too, so this is the time to check that out. And now I'm seeing Commodity fragrances are back on display, even in my own personal Sephora, so that's why I'm like, okay, I can recommend this in confidence because it's available again. Check out Commodity Milk Bold or any of the other Commodity milks because they are a bestseller for a reason. If you all remember my reactions to them, it was a win across the board. All three versions, but in particular, my absolute favorite was the bold version. So the notes of Milk Bold, y'all, we have warm notes of marshmallow, tonka bean, and mahogany. And then there's also some firewood and amber in here. It's truly a smoky sweet situation. So think summer bonfire nights is what this smells like. So I highly recommend Commodity Milk Bold or even one of the other milks because again, Commodity is now available, more readily available at Sephora. So at last, that wraps up my suggestions of the 7 fragrances or 7 fragrance related things in this case that you should be checking out for the Sephora sale. But I also have 2 honorable mentions that I want to mention too because they are newer releases I don't have in front of me, but I have smelled them. One of them I've already spoken on the channel, but I'm gonna talk about it again. So I want to mention that about the new release from Valentino, their new green extravaganza out of the Born and Roma line. That scent is really good and it surprised me and it surpassed my expectations. I talked about it in my spring fragrances like first impressions video I did a while back, but the tea note in that one, that base of vanilla, it works and the scent lasts. So I highly recommend that new Valentino green extravaganza version for the ladies. That is a win. It's solid and it does not smell exactly like the other Valentino Donna Born and Romas that we have. I have them all, so that's why I can say that. But alas, I probably need to do a ranking video on my Valentino Born and Roma collection. Let me know if y'all want to see that. And the other honorable mention fragrance I want to talk about, this one exceeded my expectations too. This is the new Marc Jacobs Daisy Wild fragrance. The bottle is cute to me. It looks like a floral pottery vase thing, and I love the pink and green situation. That is just so cute. But more importantly, the juice. The juice, I expected it to smell like something very green, more grassy like, and I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go. I smelled it and it had a very fruity nature and it was pleasant to my nose. I said, because at that time I was in there shopping for actual skincare and makeup, so I really was not in there for fragrance. But of course you want to walk by and see is there anything new out to check out, and I just picked it up on a whim. I was like, let's just see what it's giving. You know, it might not be anything, but let's just see. And I smelled it and I said, oh, okay. So I gotta give that one credit. The new Marc Jacobs Daisy Wild, I think is a yes. So I want to recommend that one too, or at least smell it while you're in there shopping. So all right, everyone, that wraps up my fragrance suggestions for the Sephora sale for April 2024. Let me know your thoughts. Will you even be shopping the sale? Are you interested in the sale? Do you already have your wish list? Let me know what your wish list is. Put it in the comments below. And as always, I read your comments and I try to respond when I can. And until next time, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.